So, Annalise, what are your first thoughts about the campaign?
There's so many thoughts. First of all, I think that the main sort of realization that I'm coming to is that I thought that I was gonna learn a lot about challenges and like learn a lot about the dark side of like that people see, like people walking by not saying anything. And so far, I haven't like experienced that yet. It's more just been witnessing people's kindness, and obviously that's the first night, so people are going to walk by and want to be involved. But that's been really good to just see how nice some people have been right off the bat. And in terms of other thoughts, just how lucky we are. Like, we have the resources to go and get cardboard, to wear all these clothes, and I'm still cold. And thinking about someone who doesn't have those things is just so sad. And like I'm freezing right now, and to think of someone who has like isn't wearing long johns and two pairs of sweatpants is really eye-opening.
And what do you want every Laurier student to know?
I want every Laurier student to know that we're doing this not to pretend to be homeless, which I think is a very common misconception. We're doing it to grab Laurier students' attention and make them aware that homelessness is an issue, and the way that we're grabbing their attention is sleeping outside. And I think that's really important for Laurier students to know, that obviously some of the challenges that we might undergo throughout this week because we're sleeping outside are never and cannot even be compared to the hardships that someone who's homeless faces, and we like fully realize that.
Perfect. And what are you most nervous about?
Originally I was most nervous about the cold. I'm still pretty nervous about that. I hate being cold, but think I'm starting to be more nervous about the emotional side, and just the realization that I've been living like ignorantly and not realizing the stuff that I take for granted, and that's a pretty big thing to realize, and sort of scary when you realize you're living your life blissfully.
Perfect. Thank you, Annalise.
Thanks.
Hey, Colin, what are your first thoughts on the campaign?
It's been really cool. We've had a lot of support so far. Opening ceremonies went really, really well, and it's not too cold outside, which is super nice.
That's perfect. And what do you want every Laurier student to know?
Be it 5 days or whatever you're doing, this community is going to support you no matter what. I mean, we've had so much support. People have been giving us food, stopping by, coming to talk to us. People donated us mints because they knew we didn't have toothbrushes tonight. I mean, it was huge. And just know that you're always supported no matter what you're doing at Laurier.
That's amazing. And what are you most nervous about for the campaign?
I have a massive midterm in my fourth year course in 2 days, and I'm super nervous to see how that goes and see what kind of studying I can get done in the next 2 days.
How do you think you'll be able to balance that while doing this campaign at the same time?
I mean, academics comes first, but there's such a good support network with this campaign and with our organizing committee. So, you know, working off of people when I need to, and then also taking time to myself is going to be a way to balance, life-work balance.
Perfect. And what are you most excited for?
I'm actually most excited for our fast, our 24-hour fast that gets thrown at us at some point. I'm kind of excited to see how that's going to really challenge us, the kind of detox in the system that it's going to give us, and how it's going to affect us mentally.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Colin. Good luck.
Sweet, thanks.
Hey, Megan. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thanks. Okay, so what are your first thoughts on the campaign?
Right now, my first thoughts are I am so overwhelmed by the amount of support that the Laurier community has given us. We have received so many donations of items, food, and money tonight, and we've only been out here for a couple of hours, so I'm extremely grateful.
That's amazing. And what do you want every Laurier student to know?
I want to let them know how thankful I am for their support, because without them, I would be hungry right now, and I'm not, and that's a really great feeling to know that I'm going to bed not hungry.
Perfect. And what are you most nervous about for the campaign?
I am most nervous about keeping up with my schoolwork, because I know it's a very mentally draining week for me, and I do need to finish some assignments this week, so having the motivation to keep up with the campaign as well as getting my schoolwork done and staying awake, it'll be a process and a challenge.
Perfect, Megan. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hi, Kaylee. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. What are your first thoughts on the campaign?
They've been really, really good so far. The support we've gotten has been absolutely phenomenal. And we've seen so many people come out to talk to us tonight and bring us food and see how we're doing. It just goes to show how caring this school is and how willing they are to participate in events like this. And I'm really, really optimistic for how the rest of the week is going to go, just based on how incredible the first couple of hours have already been.
That's amazing. And what do you want every Laurier student to know?
That this campaign really has the ability to make a difference, and that it's one of those really cheesy sayings, but like everyone makes a difference, and even just a small action has the ability. No, it's good. Okay. Every small action has the ability to make a really big impact, and the shelters that we work with are a testament to how much the campaign really works.
That's perfect. And what are you nervous about this week?
The emotional aspects of it. Like, I'm so confident in our school and how supportive they are that, you know, I'm not going to starve this week, and the weather's looking to be pretty good, but I'm worried about the way that the campaign is going to kind of get to my head, and like sitting outside by myself and the times that I'm alone and just have nothing but my thoughts to kind of deal with. I think that's what at this point I'm the most
Well,
nervous for.
we wish you the very best of luck,
Thank
Kaylee.
you. Thank you.
Hi, Anadeep. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, yeah.
Good.
So far, yeah.
What are your first thoughts on the campaign so far?
It's been a good start to the campaign, and you know, it's 5 days has always been something, you know, I always, since my first year, in fact, it was one of the reasons I came to Laurier when I saw in my open house, like all people, everybody's like how the school spirit were, people sleeping outside, but it's like why they were doing it, and it was like kind of got me into the campaign in general. And yeah, I volunteered my first year and then campaigned last year, and you know, this year I was like, you know, I would do something, take a bigger step within the campaign and help out the community in general. So that's why kind of like 5 days kind of gave me the opportunity. I want to do it this year, so that's really good.
That's amazing. And what do you want every Laurier student to know about the campaign?
Yeah, so one of the things I really want everyone to know at Laurier is that, especially from like even experiences from last year, that we're doing 5 days for the homeless to raise awareness regarding homelessness in Canada. It's not that we're trying to live for 5 days as homeless, or you know, we're doing that, but the whole idea behind is we want to raise awareness. It's not that we are acting as homeless people. The amount of support and like the things we get, it's nowhere in comparison what real homelessness is. So we never try to mock someone, or you know, kind of like using their lifestyle as a thing, but it's more of like promoting the issue regarding homelessness in the Laurier community.
Perfect. That's amazing. And what are you most nervous for the campaign?
One of the things I'm really nervous for is being kind of myself during the daytimes at the booth. I think kind of like, you know, by yourself, like right now at nighttime we're all together, so it's obviously that, you know, that morale is there, but when you're by yourself, sitting there by yourself in the cold, and then it's, you kind of, I think it hits you, and yeah, so something like that I'm kind of feeling a little bit kind of worried about, so hopefully it should be all good. So
Perfect, Anadeep. And thank you so much, and good luck for the rest of the campaign.
thank you.